Good morning, everyone. I'm still waking up a little bit. I've got my giant mug of coffee here. How are we all doing today? Let me know in the comments how you are doing. Let me just make sure that we are live on YouTube as well, and then we can get started. Perfect. Okay, looks like YouTube is cooperating this week. Oh, that is still hot. Okay, so this is my weekly live stream where we sit down and talk about new beauty releases. For those of you that haven't seen this before, I do these weekly on Sunday, 9 a.m. Sunday, Australian Eastern Standard Time. So I do these weekly. So if you ever want to join me live, then you can join me there. I would love to have you live and we talk about the new beauty releases. We basically have a chat, what we think about them, whether we're going to be buying them, whether we're going to be picking them up, all that jazz. Just my little disclaimer that I like to do quite early on in this video. If you don't like seeing people smack talk your favorite beauty brands or bad talk about your favorite influencers collaborations, and this is probably not the video for you because that is more than likely going to happen in this video, but just remember that it is just makeup. Everyone has their own opinions about makeup. Everyone has their own tastes about makeup. Myself and my community included have a very large collection, and most of us have been using makeup for many years, so we have a very good solid understanding of what we like, formulas that we like, formulas we don't like. So that's why we're very critical, as well as everything else that's going on at the moment in the world. I'm trying to teach you guys how to be highly critical of makeup releases that are coming out, and that way you can learn whether, before you even buy things, like you can learn whether it's going to be something that is going to be for you. I want you guys to be really have a really analytical eye when it comes to makeup, because now more than ever is when we need to be saving our money and we need to be thinking long term with our money. So I just want to teach you guys and help you learn how to be really critical of the new makeup releases that are coming out and not kind of fall for the marketing hype that a lot of brands have around their beauty releases. So yeah, with that being said, if you enjoy people talking about makeup and analyzing makeup, then come join us live one week. So I always share my screen with you guys. So I'm just going to set my computer up so I can do that. I swear one day I'm going to buy a bigger screen so I can do this a lot more easily. But I will share my screen. Give me 2 seconds. So I always follow a few makeup accounts on Instagram. So basically accounts that do new beauty releases. And these are Beauty News Official, Trend Mood, and Indie Makeup Spotlight. Now, I would probably say to you guys, if you are struggling with holding back on spending, I would probably advise against following these accounts, just because it can make it very tempting to buy things, especially if you are seeing it pop up in your newsfeed, especially if you're not feeling 100% mentally, then I would probably advise against following these accounts until you are at a point where you can be really critical of things. I would definitely advise against following accounts that release or repost photos of new beauty releases, because it can be too tempting. It can really be too tempting. So we finished off talking about this Laneige product last week, so we might move on to the Natasha Denona product. And we have Carolyn and Kylie have joined us in the live chat. Good morning, ladies. Thank you for joining me today. Okay. I'm not going to press play because it's just one of those annoying videos that Natasha Denona have where the background changes and it's really distracting. But this is the new Natasha Denona Mini Bloom Highlighting Blush. So this is supposed to be a light diffusing highlighter blush that gives your skin a radiant glow. It's a sheer translucent hint of color inspired by the Bloom Blush and Glow Cheek palette, which is that massive 6-pan palette, I think it is. This is going to be $19 US, and it should be coming to Sephora Australia, but I don't know when. No idea. I haven't actually, I think I saw, let me just see if we can find some swatches of this, because just a photo of the pan is not really all that helpful. I think this might be it. Yes, so this is the swatch. So she is very pretty. She's very, very pretty. I think that I could easily get a look like this with a blush and a highlighter that I have in my collection. So you can do a highlighter blush situation with any like shimmery blushes that you already have in your collection, and you can also like layer a highlighter over the top of your blush to get a like glowy blush effect. This color is not something that's unique to my collection. I probably already have something quite similar to this. It's very pretty. It's very, very pretty, but I don't think I need it, especially when I think about how many blushes that I have in my collection and when I think about how long it takes me to get through a blush. So I think I would probably, if I was going to buy this, which it is very pretty, and I'm very tempted to try some of the Natasha Denona like cheap products because I've heard amazing things about them. Very tempted, but I think I want to at least use up maybe 1 or 2 more of my blushes in my collection first before I go out and buy another one. And I think if I was going to buy something from Natasha Denona cheek-wise, I would probably get one of their quads or one of their 6-pan palettes instead of just one of the minis. Carolyn says the Bloom palette is the 4-pan palette with the creams at the top. I have it. Okay, so confirmed. That's one of the quads, the Bloom palette. Kylie says that's pretty. I'm tempted by that one. And Carolyn says I've seen this on some other YouTubers and it's gorgeous, but I don't need it. I wonder if this is just one of the shades. I don't know how Natasha Denona normally does her minis. Let me know in the comments, but is this just one of the shades out of the Bloom palette in a single pan, or is it a different color again? I'm just curious because I'm not really up on how Natasha Denona does her minis. Okay, let's go back to beauty news. Okay. Next, we have some ridiculously overpriced lip balms. So these are the Lancôme L'Absolu Mademoiselle balms. So these glide on water and refresh like ice. Interesting. They are an extra cushion of color, shimmer, and shine, nourishing and moisturizing. We got Pro Xanthan, I don't know how to pronounce that. Tinted lip balms are infused with macadamia oil, peppermint oil, and rose extract. Okay, so the first thing that I'm seeing with these lip balms is the fact that they have peppermint oil in them. So you're probably going to get some form of slight tingling on the lips. So if you don't like that feeling on your lips, then I would probably steer clear of this. It could be really subtle or it could be quite intense. It just depends on the amount of peppermint oil. So just err on the side of caution if you don't like that feeling. I love macadamia oil. I think it's a really good nourishing oil. I do like this packaging. I will say I like this like frosted blue and this gold packaging. I think it's really pretty. So the 2 different colors are representative of the 2 different finishes. We have an opaline and a shimmer. They're just lip balms though. They're just lip balms. Let's have a look so the colors are like, I'm not going to lie, the colors do look quite nice for a lip balm, but I'm not going to pay $26 US for a lip balm. Oh, sorry. We don't need to see the video. Like, it's just a lot of money to be paying for a lip balm when you can get a decent lip balm for a lot cheaper price. If I was going to be paying this kind of money, $26 US, which you're looking at about 50 Australian dollars. If I'm going to be paying that kind of money, it's going to be for like a really intense, like overnight lip treatment mask. Even then, $50 for that kind of product is a lot of money when you can get cheaper ones. So I think it's a nice product. If you've got the money, if you've got the cash to splash, then by all means go ahead, but I'm not going to be spending this kind of money on a lip balm. I just think it's too much. As pretty and as bougie as it looks, I don't need it. Carolyn says, no, I've seen it swatched and compared and it's a different color. So that's in relation to the Natasha Denona blush highlighter. Okay, next we have a new palette from Stila. This is their summer 2020 collection. So this is the Road Less Traveled eyeshadow palette. So this is in similar packaging to those larger palettes that they brought out at Christmas time. I think they brought out a 6-pan palette at Christmas time, and I think they had a larger palette just before that. But this is a 8-pan palette. It does look like it's in that really kind of thick, chunky, like heavy weighted Stila packaging, which is nice. It's good to see. It's good quality. Do we really need it to be in plastic packaging? I don't think so. I prefer cardboard packaging. The colors of this, I don't like. I just don't think that there's really a cohesive color story here. I think it's just a little bit random. And I'm struggling to see any mattes. There might be maybe one or two. These two colors at the end here look like they might be slightly matte. The rest look to be some form of shimmer or sheen or satin formula. So I look at this, and to me, I can't, like, there's no real eye color stories or looks that really jump out to me, and I go, yes, I want this palette to create that look, which is normally how I look at an eyeshadow palette. If I see a couple of colors that jump out at me, that's when I start contemplating whether I'm going to buy it or not. But when I look at this palette, I don't really see any colors that grab my attention and like are enticing me to want to buy it. So yeah, they just look very like meh. They look very like unsaturated. They just, there's not much color payoff. There's not much color to them. It's very, yes, it's very boring palette. These guys, however, these are the new Complete Harmony Lip and Cheek Sticks. These remind me very much of the, what's it called? Westman Atelier, I think it's called. They are sold at Mecca as well. They come in like similar packaging, actually. So we have a few cream colors. So these can be used on the lips or cheeks. So we have a bronzer and a highlighter, and we also have universal shades complete with complement all skin tones, tap and glow, lip and cheek, weightless color application. So we have we've got 6 in this formula. Okay, the only thing I will say, we've got kitten highlighter in a cream. Kitten highlighter, it's just that one thing that Stila, they just keep beating that horse. Like, it's just like it's dead. It's similar to like Orgasm for NARS. Like, Stila come out with kitten in everything, same as NARS comes out with Orgasm in everything. We've also got the Sun-Kissed Bronze. I don't know whether I really believe this fact of that it's supposed to complement all skin tones. I don't think one bronze color is going to complement my skin tone as well as like the deepest of dark skin tones. I don't believe that. I don't think that's going to work. Potentially with these cheek colors, but at the same time, we don't really have many really nice deep colors that are going to show up on dark skin tones. So I think that this whole saying complements all skin tones. I don't believe that at all. I don't think any of these colors are going to complement a really deep skin tone. They do look really nice. Like for me personally, with my really pale complexion, these interest me and they look really nice. So I'm going to, I've been saying this a lot about the cream products that are coming out at the moment. I'm going to probably, when I can go back out shopping, go and like swatch all these on my arm, like swatch this one. I want to check out the Fenty one, as well as, what's that other one that came out? The Ciate ones, I want to check them out. I don't know whether I'm going to love the Ciate formula, but I want to test these next to each other and probably compare the formula in store and only buy like one of them. I'm not going to buy like 6 of each because that's going to cost me way too much money. Can't afford that. But these look really nice. And I think for my pale tone, it would look nice. When it comes to deep complexions, they have 100% missed the mark. There's no way that these are going to show up. Like even this arm here, it's deeper than my skin tone, but it's not the darkest skin tone I've ever seen. And there's no way that these are going to show up on really dark skin tones. And then we have some new shades in their lip gloss. So once again, we have Kitten again, and then we have a couple of other shades. So we've got a clear gloss and then a few like nude, pinky nude colors. So they look nice, but I definitely don't need any glosses at the moment. So yes, Kylie has agreed with me. They look like Westman Atelier, and they're about a third of the price. Yes, Westman Atelier is so expensive. I almost brought one of their products around Christmas time, but I just couldn't justify the price. Okay, we have some more new products from Too Faced. So these are the new melted chocolate matte liquid eyeshadows. So these are a 2-in-1 whipped liquid eyeshadow formula. It's supposed to deliver a rich, intense chocolate-scented matte color in skin-centric cocoa tones. It can be worn alone for an airbrushed finish or as a pigmented primer that locks down for 24-hour crease-proof, waterproof wear. Okay, I have much to say about these. So we have an array of tones. Some of them actually look quite nice, but these swatches look terrible. Like they legit look like they have been photoshopped on this arm. Can't get behind that. I don't know how I feel about this. I just don't think that they, like the colors don't seem to really translate all that well on the eye. Like the way they're swatched and the way they look in the tube and the way they look on the arm. I do think that if you want that easy one and done eyeshadow, this might be a good one. You can like put it on your eyelid and blend it out. I wouldn't be blending these out up to my eyebrow though. I don't know. I think that these definitely have a place. I think that there's going to be people that absolutely love these for an everyday wearable eyeshadow look, like a swipe on, blend it out and go. It's nothing revolutionary though. Like you can get this same effect from like eyeshadow crayons. You can get them from some of the Stila Shimmer and Glows. You can get them from the, what are they called? The Colourpop Super Shock shadows. So you can even do this with eyeshadow. Like you don't need to go out and just buy a cream product to get this look when you already have these colors in eyeshadows. So I think if you see any gaps in this range to what's in your collection, then you could probably pick these up. But I think these colors are very similar to colors that are in their chocolate bar palettes, very similar to colors that are in the Naked palettes. Yeah, I don't know. The only one that I could potentially be interested in would be this like cocoa cream one, just because I'm getting low on eyeshadow primer. So I would consider this as like an eyeshadow primer. It would just depend on how yellow it pulls up on my skin, because it does, like on this paler skin tone, it does seem to look a little bit yellow. So it would depend on how that looked on my eyes. Sometimes I just find the yellow is too hard to cover. Yeah, I wouldn't get any of these, and I just can't really support this whole photoshopping swatches. It's just, I just can't get behind it. I can't get behind it. Kylie says, why are brands photoshopping all their swatches at the moment? It is so obvious and it doesn't make me want to buy the product like a good proper swatch can do. Yeah, I agree with you. And when it's so obvious as well. Are they meant to be long wearing though? It does say locks down for 24 hours of crease-proof, waterproof wear. So it does claim that they're supposed to be really long wearing. Yeah, I think that would also depend on your eyelids. Like if you have really crepey eyelids, when it if a product dries down too much, you can get like cracking and like rubbing and flaking. So it would just depend on your eyes as well. Okay. I forget what this product is. Oh, okay. This is well, it's not new. And I'm kind of interested to know what you guys feel and how you feel about this. So this is the highlighter from Linda Halberty. So she has basically taken the color Virgo out of her Infinity palette and put it into a larger pan, which you can use for face and eyes. I don't know. On one hand, I like this because I think this is great if you have like burned through that color in the palette. It's great that you can just buy it now in a larger size and use it as a highlighter that way. But at the same time, I don't know, I don't like it. I just feel like could you not have just come out with a new highlighter color? I think if this was already in the palette, maybe they should be selling like refill pans that people could like pop out the empty pan and put it back into the palette. Like if you are using, or if you have wanted that palette just for that eyeshadow to use as a highlighter, I don't know, I think this is a good idea. Maybe if you have only been using that as a highlighter and you have burned through it, then it's also a good idea. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about this. Like it's a good idea, but at the same time, I think it would be kind of annoying for those people that have like an empty pan in their palette. I would like to see an option that you could like pop that eyeshadow out and buy a refill for that particular palette. That way you could have the whole palette still usable. Carolyn says, I have trouble with things sticking. Yeah, I have all of that as well as watering. Yeah, that's true as well. You could, yeah. If you were using that one shade as a highlighter and you ran out of, then getting it in a larger pan is a good idea. Yeah, that's what I think as well. Like I'm on the fence. Like I think it's a good idea, but at the same time, it's a little bit annoying. Like if you were wanting to have the palette still as a whole cohesive palette instead of having to bring like an extra pan now. I don't know. It is a pretty color though. And if you were just wanting that highlighter shade from the palette, if that color was the only one you were interested in from that palette, then yeah, you could just buy this compact. Launches on April 2nd, so it's already out. Okay, next we have a bucket load of products from Lush. We have 29 new bubble bars. Now, as much as I want to buy some of this stuff from Lush, I love the Lush bubble bars. I don't have a bath at the moment, so I can't use any of it, so definitely saving money that way. But if you like bubble baths, then I suggest the bubble bars. I think the bubble bars are really good for baths if you like a really bubbly bath. And you don't have to use the whole thing for one bath. I used to buy the round ones. I think they were the Comforter bubble bar and the Brighter Side bubble bar. I used to like break them off into like 8 chunks and use them for a bath, and they were still like good enough for a bath with a smaller amount. If I used a whole bar for a bath, I would probably flood my house with bubbles. But yeah, it's cool to see they have brought out some new products, and they're all very like the zero packaging kind of deal, because they're all just a cake product basically that you use. So like no packaging on any of them, which I really like to see how Lush is going more towards the zero waste route, the lower packaging. The only problem for us in Australia with those products is a lot of the products are like quite oil based, and in summer in Australia they just melt so easily. So I like them, but I think their formula for the Australian climate is probably not the best with the no packaging products. But this stuff is like a dry product. I mean more like their, what are they called? The argan body conditioners in the cakes. They melt really easily in the heat. Same with the body washes and stuff. They melt really easily in the heat. Okay. We have a new product from Summer Fridays, and this is the Lip Butter Balm. So this is a silky vegan lip mask that hydrates and soothes parched lips while sealing in moisture for lusher than life lips on demand, day or night. Yeah. Carolyn is saying 29 products, unfortunate timing. Yes, I definitely agree with you there. Yeah. It is like, I know a lot of people aren't spending money at the moment, but it is kind of, I don't know, for me, it's a little bit comforting to see brands like business as usual. As much as I'm like not spending money, it's nice to see like brands kind of soldier on, like just as a, I don't know, trying to keep as normal as possible, to try and keep like happy and healthy. It's good to see like brands are still just trying to keep the norm, even though I know it's hard to do that, and it's quite understandable why brands are postponing things. It's nice to see brands that are just like continuing on. Just to try and like maintain some level of like normalcy. Okay, so this is supposed to be plant-derived butters. Melts into dry, cracked lips for an instant hydration while creating a flexible barrier to seal in moisture while you snooze. Okay, so this is designed to be like an overnight lip treatment. I don't know. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, everyone. I think that Summer Fridays is available from Mecca in Australia, I think. And this has a vanilla flavor. I am interested in this product. I really like trying like new overnight lip treatments. I think I have about 3 though at the moment that I'm trying to get through. So once I get through these, I might switch and give this one a try and see how it feels on the lips. It sounds really nice and moisturizing, and yeah, I'm interested. $22 US, a little bit expensive, but it is a 15-gram tube, and 15-gram tube you're probably not going to be using very much. So I might give this one a try once I get through. I think I have a pot of the Nux Rev de Miel and the Laneige lip sleeping mask, and those pots last like almost a year. So I'm interested, but I'm not going to buy it straight away. I want to use up the products that I have first. But I'm very interested, very interested. People have a bit more time for baths at the moment. Yes, that's very true, Kylie. Very true. Mecca. Okay, yes. Summer Fridays is available from Mecca. Thank you, Kylie. Okay, this next product, I was looking at it and I was a little bit confused. I actually really had to read the description a couple of times before I could understand what this product is, because it is a powder. It's a no sebum mineral powder. So this is from Innisfree and it's a collaboration with Mentos. So these are scented face powders in Mentos flavors. So we have mint, cherry, grape, lemon, melon, and peach. I don't know how I feel about these. I think for me that the scent might be a little bit too much for my liking. I think it's kind of cool and I like the dedication to the collaboration. I think Innisfree and a lot of Asian makeup and skincare brands are the same. I think that when they collaborate with a brand, they go full on in. They dive right in. They do really good packaging. They collaborate really, really well with brands. And I think that this is another one. They should be commended for this collaboration. That doesn't change the fact that I think it's a little bit weird. I just don't know how I feel about this scented powder thing. I don't know. Especially if they have used particular products to scent it. Some people can be really sensitive to things that scent products. I think that it's a little bit of an awkward line to walk. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you, Carolyn. Carolyn says that's fun. I don't know if I would use them though. And I agree. I think it's really fun. And I guess if you were younger, this would be a really fun product to use. But I think for me, I'm not really interested. Kylie's asking if they're tinted or are they all translucent? I think they're all translucent. I think that they are this is what you get in the tub. They're all translucent, but they have that scent to it. And I'm just wondering, the mint one, is it going to give you a cooling feeling on your face? Just what they're actually going to do and how they're going to feel on the skin. And I think, once again, if you are sensitive to any formulas that have scents in them or anything that is added to particular products to scent things, I would definitely steer clear of these. Particularly because they're probably going to be more of a candy-like scent as opposed to more of a natural subtle scent. I think if they did a potted lip balm as well as this, I think that would have been better as opposed to the powder. It's interesting because it's a little bit different. You don't normally see people collaborate with a brand and scent a powder in collaboration with that brand. Normally you would see a scented lip balm or something like that. So it is good to see something a little bit different for a collaboration, but it's not for me. Okay, next we have some new products from YSL. And they are releasing a milk tea shop collection inspired by milk tea in themes. Okay. So we have the latte nudes, the candy nudes, the spicy nudes. Okay, so here we have all the colors. I'm a little bit unsure about how these... Okay, so it looks like we have a lot of limited edition colors in this range. There are also some new permanent shades to the range as well. And we have different formulas. We've got their liquid matte lip stains. We've got their cream lip stain. We've got their Rouge Pure Couture lipstick and their Rouge Volupte Shine lip product. I don't know, there's some nice colors in here. YSL is way out of my budget. especially in Australia. But I think it's cool to see them expanding their range. It's cool to see them do like a dedicated nude range where they've just like done different undertones and tweaked the colors to like just change the color of the nude. So that way, if you like more of like an orangey nude, you've got one for you. If you like more of like a mauvey nude, there's one for you. And there are the different formulas as well. So I think it's a good, I think it's a good little release. It's a nice little collection. I think it's a really cute idea, and it's good to see them come out with a couple of different formulas with a couple of different shades and additions to the line. I don't know why they can't bring them all out as a permanent new shade though. There's only a few, looks like we've got 4 new permanent editions and the rest are limited edition. It does look cool. The marketing image, this little marketing image looks really cute. Okay. Now, this stuff from NARS, I swear we spoke about it last week. I'm almost certain that we spoke about it last week. Maybe not. I think we have spoken about this, but I don't think we had swatches at the time. Yeah, I think that's the case. Okay. We'll just go through it quickly again because we do have swatches this time. I think I've spoken about this collection a couple of times, but I don't think any of the times we had swatches. So first of all, we have the jumbo size Paradise Bronzer, and this is in Laguna. So this is basically Laguna that has a golden shimmer to it in the jumbo size. Then we have the matte bronzers, and we have 4 shades in these. Does Laguna, I can't even think now. Laguna does have a little bit of shimmer in it, I think. So maybe not. Maybe I'm imagining things now. But we have 4 shades in this one. Then we have the bronzer powder. And once again, we have 4 shades in this one. I'm a little bit confused. Right, okay, so this one here, this Laguna here in this range seems to be the same as the jumbo one that we saw before, this one. But it does look a little bit different. But the description sounds the same. I'm getting a little bit confused. And then we have some new lip oils. And we have it in Laguna and Reef. And then we have the Afterglow Lip Balm in Laguna. And we also have some of their new Power Chrome Loose Eyeshadow Pigments in 4 colors. This blue one does look pretty. I'll give them that. And it's loose. So if you don't like loose pigments, then I would definitely steer clear of these ones. The lip balm, I'm not interested in this shade. If I was going to pick up this lip balm, I would definitely get one of the other colors. I just don't think this brown one would suit me all that well. Same with these 2 lip oils or oil-infused lip tints. Probably this Reef one. If I was going to pick one out of the 2, I'd go with that one. But I'm not interested in this particular formula at the moment. I already have Laguna. I still have Laguna from way back when. And then we have the matte bronzers and the jumbo. There's a lot of Laguna products in this collection. A lot of Laguna. I suppose because it is an expansion to the Laguna collection. But there's a lot. There's a lot in this collection. If you are a fan of bronzing products, this is probably going to be your kind of collection. But for me personally, I don't really like bronze all that much. I do a little bit just because I have it in my collection, but I can kind of take or leave bronzer. Yeah, I'm not that kind of massive fan of bronzer where I like will make my face basically a different color. But I think out of a lot of bronzers I have tried, Laguna is probably one of my preferred bronzers. So yeah, I don't know. It's a cool collection to expand on, I guess. I don't know. Okay, Chanel have launched their annual Les Beige collection for 2020 called the Summer of Glow collection. I don't think anyone's going to be glowing at the moment. So we have the Sheer Healthy Glow Highlighting Fluid in 2 colors. We also have the Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. And then we have the Healthy Glow Illuminating Powder. We have the Healthy Glow Natural Eyeshadow Palette, the Healthy Glow Lip Balm, and the Long Wear Nail Color. Now, a few things that I wanted to point out in this collection is, so this is the eyeshadow palette, very boring. I think this is very boring, but it's very Chanel. It's very, very Chanel. We have the, what are these two? These are the, I think these are the Healthy Glow Illuminating Powders. Now, this little guy down here is the Soleil 10 de Chanel reformulated. So it's a new formula. So it's now called Soleil 10 Bronze Universal. I don't know what they have changed in this formula. I would actually be really curious to know what they've changed. This has been a product that's kind of always been on my radar because I've been interested to just try it because everyone has always raved about how good this product is. So it's always been on my radar, but I've never actually picked it up. But I would be interested to know what they have changed in this formula. Like, I can't see, and I haven't heard anyone actually say what they've changed in the formula, but I'd be interested. And then we have these 2 glow highlighting fluids. We've got some lipsticks, and this was a lip balm, was it? Yeah, a lip balm. So if you want a bougie as hell lip balm, then you can buy the Chanel one and then cry about how much money you've spent on it. Oh, okay. Why would they do that? Okay. Karen's saying, I don't think I need more Laguna. They take ages for me to go through. Oh, hell they do. It took me almost, I think, a year to go through a mini of Laguna, let alone the full size. And Kylie says that it's got coconut oil now based on the reviews I've seen. It's not as good as the original one. Oh, that is so sad to hear. That is so disappointing. I had a look for the original one online yesterday and can't find it anymore. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad. I wonder if you went to one of the Chanel counters, if they would still have it in stock, or maybe even the corp store. They might have them at the corporate stores around the I was going to say around the world, around the country. Because I know they have a corp store in Australia in each state. If you can get a ticket to go in, they might actually have them on sale now. Actually, that's a really good point. I wonder if I can. I don't even know if I would imagine that the Estee Lauder corporate stores are closed at the moment. Okay, we have some more colors. Okay, we have a new Tatouage Couture Velvet Lip Cream liquid lipsticks from YSL. So these are supposed to be ultra pigmented matte lip stains. that covers your lips with rich, creamy velvet color that lasts all day. That's a mouthful and a half. This actually looks really nice on her lips. Okay, color-wise, there's a lot of pinks and reds. Not many nudes, actually. It's only like a few scattered in there. Is that okay? Not all that impressed with this color range, but I'm not sure if this is like a shade addition or if this is a new formula. But it definitely looks really nice on her lips there. I'm actually kind of getting a little bit into these more like stain kind of lip products just because they do last all day, or they kind of leave that look of there's something still on your lips without having that like dry cracky feeling on your, like that dry cracky look on your lips. But for YSL prices, $37 US. So what, that's like 60, almost $70 Australian. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Okay, what else? Oh, Anjane, hello. You finally made it. Yes, I'm so happy you're here. Okay, what else have we got? Actually, this is from Morphe. Now, these are some new 5-piece get ready with Morphe sets. Now, I always bag Morphe out. You guys know I always bag Morphe out. But I kind of like the idea of these just because they're more capsule related. So the palettes are 5-pan eyeshadow palettes. Congratulations, Morphe. You've discovered that palettes can be small. And then we have some duo cheek products. Looks like one set comes with a lip product and 2 brushes, and then the other set comes with a lip product, a mascara, and a lip gloss. I could just read the description. Let's see some. Yes, I agree, Kylie. They don't look so Morphe. When I saw these, I don't even know what brand that I thought they were, but I saw, where was it? I think I just saw like one of these photos and I was like, what brand is that? Like, I actually had to look really close to see what brand it was before I realized it was Morphe, because I think that this is a really good idea. I like that it's a small capsule collection. You can buy kind of like the whole set. It all fits in the bag and you can chuck it all together and it's just like you're ready to go. The only thing is, like, it's a bit weird that I think one of the sets comes with the brushes and one comes with a mascara. In saying that, though, that means you can buy both sets and have no double ups, which I like. I probably prefer this set here, mainly because this palette here is quite like purpley, mauvey, cool toned, as opposed to this one. This is quite warm toned, this set. So I commend Morphe on this. I'm impressed by Morphe for once. I think that this is a really good idea. I like it. I think it's a fun little idea. I like the whole like get ready with me idea. I think it's really fun. And I think it would be really fun if I think it would have been really fun if they collaborated with a YouTube creator on this and then they did like a whole kind of get ready with me campaign where their followers could have brought the sets and then they did maybe like a live stream or they did some videos on YouTube where they could actually sit down with that creator and use this whole set with them. I think that would have been a really cool idea with these. I don't know, going forward, if Morphe's going to continue this get ready with me collection kind of thing, maybe they could consider collaborating with some creators and then the creator as like the campaign for the collections could do some get ready with me videos using these sets. I think that would be really cool. I think it would be a really good idea. And there's not often, like, when you watch somebody do a get ready with me, and you kind of, I know a lot of people feel that they need everything that the creator has to do the get ready with me. So having a set from Morphe that is only, like, it's only 38 Australian dollars. Like, I think that's a really good idea, as opposed to going, oh, that creator's got a Chanel bronzer. Now I feel like I've got to go out and buy the Chanel bronzer. That creator's got a YSL lipstick. Now I feel like I've got to go out and buy that YSL lipstick so I can follow their get ready with me to a T. Instead, you can just spend $38. You get, 5 products in each of these sets, and you can follow along with them. Okay. We have Kelly Nicole here. Hello, Kelly. I love the idea of doing Will I Buy It videos live. I had to stop by and show my support. Love your channel. Thank you so much, girl. Carolyn says, yes, those get ready with me kits look great. Tom, hello, Tom. Welcome. These get ready with me kits seem basic. I'm a sucker for pretty packaging. Yeah, I think that they've done a really good job with the packaging on these. They just look so cohesive, and they complement each other really well. I think it's a really good idea from Morphe. I like it. I really like it. As opposed to their giant palettes, I think that this is a really well done collection from Morphe. And I would like to see them expand on this. Like, I love these little cohesive, more travel-friendly, work-friendly palettes. You could even do some like really glitzy glam palettes in these 5 pans, but it's just something easy so people don't have to think and like worry so much about what they're putting on their eyes. It's just all there, and there's less decisions. Sometimes having less decisions in a palette just makes things so much easier for people when they're doing their makeup. I never thought I would give Morphe my tick of approval, but I approve of that collection. We have some new products from Milk Makeup, and these are the Melatonin Overnight Serum and the Melatonin Overnight Lip Mask. These products I'm a little bit confused about. So we have a solid serum stick. This is this purple one here. And then we have the overnight lip mask, which is this little pot here. So topical melatonin and a berry blend of goji, acai, blueberry, and blackberry help provide antioxidant benefits. I want to know more about this topical melatonin. I have never really heard much about topical melatonin. I would like to know more about what topical melatonin is and what it does, I guess. I've never really seen it advertised all that much in a skincare product. I think it's really interesting. I'm a little bit intrigued. I don't know what it does, what it's supposed to do. I don't know. Topical melatonin sounds like a marketing hype to me. Yes, that's why I'm like, I want to know more, because I've never heard of it before. And I don't know. I always thought melatonin was like the stuff in your skin that kind of dealt with the sun. That's what melatonin is, isn't it? Because I don't have much melatonin, that's why I burn. Whereas somebody that has really dark skin has more melatonin, that's why their skin is darker. That's what I thought melatonin was, and I've never heard of it being applied topically. I have heard people injecting it into them to give themselves a tan. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but it is it's very scary. People are actually injecting them. It's called melanotan. People are injecting themselves with this melanotan, and it's supposed to help. It's supposed to like promote your body to produce more melanin to like darken your skin. It's very weird. People like inject themselves at home. It's very scary. And people are having like serious like side effects from it. And it's like people still sell it. They like buy it over the internet and inject themselves at home with it. Topical melatonin sounds like a gimmick, but lavender and chamomile scents sound very calming and relaxing before bedtime. You bring up a good point, Tom, because I wanted to see. Yes, okay. You obviously read it before I did. Lavender and chamomile and provide a subtle, relaxing scent. Yeah. The other thing is though, oh, thank you all for correcting me. I am very confused. So Uno says the thing you're talking about is melanin. Melatonin is what makes you sleep in your brain. Thank you guys for correcting me. Melatonin is a hormone that regulates sleep. Melatonin is a sleep hormone that you naturally produce, and you can take a pill for jet lag. You're thinking about melanin, the tanning thing in your skin. Thank you, guys. I haven't finished my coffee yet. That's probably why my brain is not functioning properly. I think it is melanin that is the skin tanning thing. Yes, you're all correct. I'm very confused at the moment. That would explain that explains this product a little bit better. Still begs the question about topical melatonin. Yes, the whole thing about the lavender that Tom just mentioned, some people don't enjoy lavender as well. Some people are quite sensitive to lavender. So that's the other thing, especially if it's like the essential oil lavender. Some people can be sensitive to that, and their skin can react to it. So it would just depend on if you know that you have a sensitivity to lavender, and it would also depend on how strong the lavender is. I know myself, like I can handle like subtle lavender scents, but if it's a really strong, overpowering lavender scent, then I can't deal with it, especially if it's going to be staying on your skin or on my skin. And if the scent isn't going to like subside, this would not be good for me. Still sounds like marketing rubbish to me. Yeah. Yes. Oh gosh, I've made an absolute fool of myself. Yes, the topical melatonin still begs the question of what is it and how does it work on your skin, like if you're applying it topically. It just sounds like a gimmick. This whole like blue light, and now we've got topical melatonin, like all that stuff that's coming out at the moment. Yeah, there's a lot of gimmicky stuff that's coming out in skincare and makeup at the moment. Next, we have a new MAC Cosmetics Bronze Light Fix Plus. So this is basically a shimmery Fix Plus, but it's just a bronze glow. The bronze glow in it instead of previously they've had I think they've had like a pearlescent gold color, and I think they've also had a pearlescent pinky color. So this is just now a bronze. This is going to be way too dark for my skin tone. I'm just going to play you this video because it's very satisfying watching this. It's very what's the word, like entrancing, because just watching that go around. I've heard people have mixed feelings about these shimmery Fix Pluses because sometimes they have too much shimmer in them. And as you guys probably know, if you've ever had MAC Fix Plus before, the sprayer on them can be very dodgy. So I know that some people have said that the shimmer gets clogged in the spout. Some people have had to like remove a large amount of the shimmer for it to be able to work. Some people have said that they get like splotches of like glitter on their face. So I would err on the side of caution with this one because yeah, you don't know what it's going to be like. I would definitely, if you can, spray this in store with the tester before buying it, just because it may be too much. And I think if you are a dark skin goddess, this would look beautiful, like on your décolletage and like on your legs. I think it would look beautiful. But like I said, err on the side of caution with it because of the amount of the shimmer that they put in them. Okay. Next, we have Ultraviolet. Now, this is an Australian brand. They make skin sunscreens. So they've created an unscented version of their SPF 30 clean screen. Now, I've never tried any of the products from Ultraviolet, but I have heard people like not bag the product out, but they love the product, but absolutely despise the scent of this one. So they've actually brought out a unscented version. I've heard people say that it, like, the old one smelled like dirty feet and like it smelled disgusting. So it's good to see that they come out with an unscented formula. It's good to see that they have taken on the feedback of their customers, and I commend brands for taking on the feedback of their customers and altering their formulas according to the feedback. And I know that these guys got a lot of feedback saying that the old formula smelt disgusting. So it's good to see that they've taken that on board and they have basically redesigned this formula in an unscented version for those that are I don't know whether they still have the old. I don't know whether they still have the old formula of this or they've just completely changed it. So it says the old formula was great, but the scent wasn't very nice. So it looks like they've completely like ditched the old formula and replaced it with this one, which is good to see. And like I said, it's good to see brands taking on the feedback of their customers and improving their formula based on that feedback. Tom says, yes, I had to remove the shimmer from my MAC Fix Plus as it clogged by pouring through a coffee filter. That's actually a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I know I've heard people like leave it settle in the lid and then pour the liquid out and then clean the lid out. But pouring it through a coffee filter, that's a genius idea. Okay. Next up, we have some new products from Dominic Cosmetics, and they are adding to their skin gloss range. We have 3 new shades. I'm not quite sure which was the original one in this shade. It must be this one here was the original one, and they've added these 3 new colored ones. So you can buy these in a single for $25 or the bundle for $80. I'm not sure. That must be for all 4 of them. I think this one's the original one. So we have with 3 new shades, but then it lists 4 shades. I'm a little bit confused. So we have the Golden Dew, the Light Peach, the Copper Light, the Glossed Peach, and the Sunset Glow. I'm not sure which of these is I'm not sure which of these is which. I can't really. I'm assuming that this is the Glossy Peach. Yeah, I'm not quite sure which one's which, and we don't have any swatches. Let's jump on over to the Dominic Cosmetics Instagram page and see if they have some swatches of these at all. Maybe, hopefully. No. Okay, this must be them. Yeah, this looks like them. Still not swatched on skin, but swatched nonetheless. They don't look too bad. This one at the top looks quite nice, and this pinky one, yeah, I don't really use. Shall we play the video? Let's play the video. Golden. Oh, okay. Can you swatch it on some skin, please? Okay, so we've got hyaluronic acid, supposed to be long wearing, hydrating, smoothing. Okay, that's not really telling us much. So no swatches on skin from what we can find. They do look quite nice. They're supposed to be smoothing, which is nice for us that have texture. I don't know if I 100% believe that, but I guess we'll wait and see what some people say about these products. Everyone talks really highly of the Dominic Cosmetics products. Like, I know a lot of people love their eyeshadow palettes. I've never tried anything from them. They're not the easiest brand to get in Australia. I think you can only get them from like Beauty Bay in Australia, which at the moment is just too much of a hassle to buy from. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, maybe it's Beautylish. One of the two. I think one of the two have Dominic Cosmetics. This Golden Dew one is probably the one that I would be most likely to buy, but I'm not the biggest fan of like cream highlighters. So it would definitely depend on the formula for these ones. And I would personally myself, I would like to swatch these in store first, and that's not really possible for us in Australia. Is it meant to be a cream highlighter? Yeah, that's what I can understand. It does say skin gloss though, so I would imagine that you might be able to use this as kind of like an all over. Even it's a cream, so you could probably mix it with your foundations. You could probably like use it on your body. You could probably put it all over your face. It would just depend on the formula, really. Like if it was really thick and like really, if it was a really thick cream, it wouldn't be the most pleasant thing to like put all over your face. Yeah, it would just depend. I would like to see this particular product in practice first before I pass my judgment on it, I guess. It looks like an interesting product. And it looks like it's supposed to be a cream product. We have a lot of cream complexion products coming out at the moment. It seems to be all the rage. And I guess we're coming into summer, so it kind of makes sense. Next, we have some new products from Ray Morris. Sorry, this is not a new product. This is basically a change in her entire makeup brush collection. So she has upgraded her entire makeup brush collection with a patented synthetic bristle. So Carolyn says all over the face for oily skin seems gross. Yeah, you would probably feel kind of gross. If you had really dry skin, it would probably work. And if you had oily skin, but you're doing like a photo shoot, it would work. But for like an all day kind of purpose, it wouldn't work for all over the face. Kylie says, I have Ray's brushes. I love, love, love them. Very keen to try the new synthetic ones. Yeah, so it looks like she has completely changed her entire brush range from natural hair to synthetic bristles, which I know is going to make a lot of people extremely happy. But I do also know on the flip side that there are people that really like the natural fiber. So it would just depend on what camp you're in. I think that this is a good move for Ray Morris. I think she's going to get a lot of people now jumping on board and supporting her brand, because now essentially her brushes are 1, vegan, and 2, cruelty-free, because she's not using a natural hair anymore. So I think she's probably going to get a lot of people buying her brushes in the coming times because of the switch, plus the fact that she has used this new unique fiber that is supposed to have a antibacterial rating of 99.9%, which I'm very interested to try these brushes because of that fact. I know that Ray Morris's brushes have a very high, they're very highly recommended. I know people love her brushes, so I'm very interested to try these new ones. They are extremely expensive though. Her brushes are so expensive. So probably won't buy any anytime soon. Yeah, so we've got 100% animal free with the bristles. New vegan bristles offer a perfect combination of softness, flexibility, and precision with a uniform shape. Magnetic handles. So she's still keeping her magnetic handles, and she will still have her like magnetic plates as well as her like frame thing. So if you have all those products from Ray Morris, that these brushes will still work with that system. So very cool, very, very cool. And she has some pretty unique shapes in her brushes as well. So I'm very interested. I'm very, very interested. And I think that this is a really smart move for Ray Morris. Carly says, mind-blowingly expensive, but really, really good. Yeah, I have been in store in Mecca and I've felt her brushes so many times and been tempted so many times to buy some of her brushes, but I've just had to like put them down and walk away because the price, I just couldn't justify at the time. So very interested in these now, especially like being 99.9% antibacterial rating, as well as being a synthetic bristle. Like, I think a lot of makeup artists as well. There are quite a few makeup artists out there that don't like buying natural hair because of the fact that they're not 100% guaranteed to be sanitized, essentially, because like your hair can hold bacteria as well as animal hair. So having these as synthetic brushes might also see more makeup artists supporting her brush collection as well. Very, very keen, very interested. Okay, so we've gotten some very interesting, very awesome brushes to this. Not to say that this is bad, but I just think it's, I don't know, it's a little bit odd. I personally don't think I need these, but we have a new launch from Sigma. These are the Essential Trio brush sets in 2 colors. So we've got black and pink. Now these are supposed to be 3 travel size brushes in a convenient brush tin. These are supposed to make touch-ups a breeze. So we have a angled face brush and 2 classic eye brushes. I don't know. So in this set, we have the Travel E25 blending. We've got the Travel E55 eye shader and the Travel F40 large angled contour brush, as well as the tin. I don't know. I just think that this is a little bit, I don't want to say stupid, I don't want to say weird, but I don't have a need for this. I don't have time to be touching my makeup up. When I leave the house, that's it. Like, I might reapply my lipstick. I might do like some blotting throughout the day. But other than that, I don't retouch up my eyeshadow. I don't retouch up my blush. Like, I couldn't be stuffed doing that once I leave the house. Like, I apply my makeup when I'm in the house, and then once I walk out my door, that's it. Like, I couldn't be bothered. So this to me, like, I don't have a purpose for this. I don't have a use for this. I as well don't really like travel size brushes. I just prefer to take the brushes that I always use with me when I go traveling. So I don't have a purpose for these products as a touch-up purpose, and I don't have a purpose for these for a travel purpose either. So to me, the way I do my makeup and the way I like to like travel with my makeup, there's no room for this in my collection. So yeah. I'm lazy and I don't touch my makeup up. Moral of the story, end of the story. What you see is what you get. Okay. Next we have, and I have a feeling, I can't remember if we've already spoken about this or not, but I have a feeling that we may have spoken about this palette from Sigma, but I can't remember. So this is the new Core de Rosa eyeshadow palette from Sigma. We also have some new glosses in this collection. This eyeshadow palette is giving me like a mixture of modern renaissance, sultry, and soft glam all in one palette. I think it's a very pretty palette though. And I think that these marketing images, she looks stunning. Like this eyeshadow look on her, she looks absolutely stunning. The packaging looks beautiful as well. I'm not going to buy it though. Like I said, it's a combination of those three palettes, and I already have Modern Renaissance and Soft Glam. So I think I would be able to get all the looks that I can achieve with this palette with stuff that I've already got in my collection. And I think, in my personal opinion, it might be a little bit too late to the game. But in saying that, Sigma's only really just recently in the last couple of years started kind of dabbling in the makeup. So I kind of understand bringing this out just to kind of bulk out their collection. But for me, it's a little bit too late, and I'm not willing to like purchase another eyeshadow palette like this with these like ready warm tone colors for my collection. And the lip products, I can take or leave them. Carolyn says that's so pretty. I really like it. Yeah, it's a really pretty palette. I love this little imprint in the pan down here. But like I said, like I can probably, and I could definitely recreate this look with colors in my collection already. Like it's definitely a stunning palette. It's really pretty. But like we've got basic brown mattes. We've just got like a pinky color. We've got a few reddy colors, which I definitely think that you could get most of these out of palettes that you've already got, especially if you've already got the majority of the ABH eyeshadow palette collection. Okay. We have some more body makeup. It seems that Kim Kardashian has started a trend. So this is the new Tarte Shape Tape Waterproof Body Makeup. Okay, so we have a brush. And this is available in 8 shades. Are you serious? So this is the Shape Tape Tone Tool. Please don't tell me this is the Shape Tape Tone Tool. Yes, this is the Shape Tape Tone Tool. This is supposed to be what is it? I'm just not even going to try and say that word. Tone with this easy-to-use, vegan and cruelty-free brush that pairs perfectly with Shape Tape waterproof body makeup for airbrush perfection. How is this supposed to tone your body? It is a brush. What does it do? Seamlessly buffs and blends Shape Tape waterproof body makeup into skin without streaking. 140,000 super soft dense bristles delivers a full coverage flawless finish. How is this supposed to tone your body? It's a brush. Okay. 8 shades. Yep. I don't really see much difference in the before and after photos. There's a little bit of difference. Like it's added a little bit of a bronze to it. It has like slightly, if you look really closely, evened out the skin tone a little bit. It definitely makes the body look nice in the after, but the body looks fine in the before as well. So it's supposed to be a creamy whipped formula that won't transfer or budge, a full coverage with no shimmer, vegan and cruelty free. It's a huge bottle of foundation, 4.22 ounces or 125 ml. Where did you see that? That is a lot. I suppose if you are putting it on your body, though, it would make sense for it to be a bigger. Oh, yeah, it is huge. If you are putting this on your body, it would make sense for it to be in a bigger bottle, because you're going to use more if you're putting it all over your body. Who counted those bruises? Yeah, that's the other thing. Please don't tell me they had some poor little guy like counting them as they went in. That's, yeah, I don't know. Time to give up, Tart. You're embarrassing yourselves. I don't have time for that except for now when nobody will see me. Yeah, that's true. I don't have time to be putting foundation all over my body. I definitely don't have time for that. Click on the Tarte website on the ingredients tab, then scroll down food amounts. I always check. That's actually really, really smart to always check. And I guess $28 for that amount of product is a pretty good price. Definitely going to say that. Pretty good price. Yeah, this whole gimmick shape tape tone tool and yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to be waterproof. Like it's ticking all the boxes in terms of the body makeup. It would definitely be like a matter of just putting it to the test to see if it's something that you like. It's got maracuja oil in it. It's supposed to help smooth, brighten, and really, antioxidants guarantee smoother, brighter, and firmer looking skin even after you wash it off. So it is claiming that after you wash this product off, that your skin is going to be firmer, which, do we really believe that? What else does it say? Maximum blendability while scattering light and dimension. Scattering light to diminish look of fine lines, wrinkles. Use with shape tape tone tool for streak-free and effortless application. Just apply and wait for formula to dry down. Layer if preferred, then get dressed. If I was going to buy this, I would probably be more inclined to use this with like a tanning mitt. I think that I would get extremely frustrated using this to apply it to my body. That, or I would get that. What is it? I think Kim Kardashian actually has a bigger brush, and I think Becca has a brush as well. Yeah. I don't know whether I believe these claims, though, about the fact that it's going to make your skin look smoother and brighter and firmer after you wash it off. I don't know whether I believe that. It's supposed to be infused with the tape technology. I don't know. I would definitely like to see someone put this to the test. Tom said they hide the sizes under the ingredients list. I don't know why. Yeah, that is interesting. Karen says, firmer, well, sign me up now. You're sold. I mean, if it does perform a miracle like that, give me 20 bottles and I'll use it daily. Okay, let's jump on over to Trend Mood now. I did see a few things when I was checking before I jumped on. There's a few things on Trend Mood that wasn't on Beauty News. Okay. Okay, now, where did we get up to? Okay, here we go. Some new products from The Balm. So we have the Wheel Powder Blush Quad. We also have a eyeshadow palette, which is called The Balm and the Beautiful. Then we have some, looks like some single blushes, which is called It's a Date and Third Date blushes. And then we have the Antidotes Tinted Moisturizer, which is this one up here. And it doesn't say how many colors the Antidotes Tinted Moisturizer comes in. Willpower has 4 blushes in it. They are supposed to have jojoba, coconut, and pomegranate oils in them with 4 colors. Okay, let's talk about the blush, the eyeshadow palette first, because, you know, we have a bigger photo first. So this is the Balm and the Beautiful eyeshadow palette episode 1. Do we assume that there's more coming then? This has 8 shades in it. It looks like it might be all matte, actually. They look to be all matte. Looks like just a neutral palette, really. And then this is the blush quad. They don't look too bad. What? What? I'm just reading all the the things on the palette, like clean beauty with green packaging, long lasting, shows his true colors, good looking, likes to recycle. Okay. Interesting. The colors don't look too bad, actually. I don't think that this would be a good palette for those of you that have dark skin tone. Yeah, I think it's going to be completely useless. I don't think these colors are really going to show up. You might get some color payoff on this darker one here, but probably not so much these lighter ones. And there's only 1 shade in the blush palette. And then the tinted moisturizer, it's supposed to provide a radiant all day long, medium coverage. That's all we know about the tinted moisturizer. Doesn't say how many shades. That's it. That's all we have. Okay. Next, we have a new product from Briogeo. And this is supposed to be the Strengthening Treatment Hair Oil. It is rose-based by the looks of it. So it's supposed to clinically proven to repair 88% of damage after 2 uses, providing a smooth, glossy, and frizz-free finish. Hydrates, reduces frizz, reduces damage, split ends, and breakage. This sounds like something I need. Apply a few drops to dry or damp hair, focusing on mid-lengths to ends or other damaged areas. That's cool. It's got different techniques for different hairstyles, which is cool. Like, it says how to use it for like a nice bun, for a slick back ponytail, for beards, to detangle, to use as a mask. Cool. Like, it's got some cool ideas in there for how to use it. Let's have a look. It does have some photos, I believe, like on before and after. Like, I'm convinced. I'm convinced. I have really frizzy hair, as you guys can see. Like, it doesn't really bother me all that much. Like, I've come to terms with the fact that I have frizzy hair. But if it reduced it without making my hair overly oily, that would definitely be ticking a box for me, because like, I can tend to get really oily roots. So, and that's where the main like bulk of my frizz is, like on the top of my head. So if this could smooth my hair down, reduce the frizz, but not make my hair oily, then I would like that. But I don't know if it would do that, because it's a hair oil essentially. So I might find that it still makes my hair oily. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds interesting. the marketing photos definitely make it look good. Like the before and after, you can definitely see that there's like less frizz, but we don't know how much they've used on their hair. We don't know like the background story of those girls' hairs. Okay. We have some eyeshadow palettes. Oh. Just excuse me for one. Okay, we're back. Okay, we have some eyeshadow palettes here. Now, these are from Cara Beauty. Now, I don't know all that much about Cara Beauty. Like, I don't know. Let's check them out on Instagram. They are, doesn't say, cruelty-free. That's about it. I think these are an American-based brand. Not sure where in America, but I think they are based in America somewhere. They are coming out with 3 new eyeshadow palettes. We have Orange Pop, we have Girl Scout, and we have Purple Haze. Why? I'm just wondering, like, I don't know if this is part of the Cara Beauty. Oh, okay. That explains it. I'm just trying to figure out why there is a marijuana leaf on the front of these palettes, but this is the cannabis collection. I don't know much about cannabis, but I'm assuming that maybe these are strains of cannabis. I don't know. Having one called Girl Scout, don't really enjoy that, but maybe that's a strain of cannabis. So we have Purple Haze, which is a purple palette. We have Girl Scout, which is a blue-green palette. Then we have Orange Pop, which is a orange palette. These have pressed glitters in them. They have mattes and shimmers, but the pressed glitters is what I'm mainly concerned about. I don't enjoy pressed glitters. These are $14.99 each, or you can buy the bundle for $36. So they're a reasonable price. You can use codes and whatnot. I don't know. I think that these could be smaller. I think that they could have left the pressed glitters out. I think they're a good split of colors, kind of. There's a few colors in each, like these 2 here, that one with those 2. There's a few in here that look quite similar to each other and that would probably pull up on the eye looking very same. So I think that these definitely could have been smaller because we have a fair few colors double ups between them. Like you could have easily taken like 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 out of that one. Like you could have easily probably taken off at least a whole row, if not more, of these palettes and made them a bit smaller and still have gotten a cohesive color story out of them. Okay. I've already spoken about all that previously. Let's talk about this one. So this is a new product from Fasali, and this is their Quench Replenishing Serum. So Fasali are expanding their range a little bit, coming out with a few different kind of skincare products. So this is supposed to be like almost like a hyaluronic acid serum. We've got some B5 in there. It's supposed to help improve the elasticity of the skin's elasticity, improve, feeling good, looking softer. Yep, all the catchwords that get people in. I know there's a lot of people that can't really take Fasali seriously at the moment because they do have this very like Instagram image. Like they've got this very Instagram brand image. I don't know whether that necessarily Like, it definitely got them some sales, but I don't think that was necessarily a good starting for their brand, because I know a lot of people can't take their brand seriously because they're so used to seeing people drip like purple serum down their face on Instagram, and they're kind of just seen as a Instagram video brand as opposed to like a legit brand. In saying that, though, I do have I have one of the Fasali serums and I actually quite like it. I think it makes the skin look really nice and radiant and dewy. So I don't know. I like one of their products, the one product that I've tried. So I think that they're an all right brand, but I do know from hearing people talk about them, I know that there's a lot of people that kind of can't really take them seriously, even though I do think that they have some decent products. I like the Fasali that I've tried. This one sounds interesting. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, I think that they're a good brand, but I think people only associate them with like Instagram makeup artists and Instagram models at the moment. And people are just like, well, like, I don't do that, so I don't need to drip stuff all over my face, even though that they are decent products. Okay. We have what looks to be the full collection from the next round of the MAC and Selena collaboration. So we have a fair few products in here. We have some new lipsticks, 4 new lipsticks, a lot of lip products, some lip sets by the looks of it, a lot of lip products. So we've got lipsticks, we've got the liquid lipsticks, we've got lip glosses, we've got lip liners, we've got some eyeshadow palettes, highlighter. There's a lot in this collection, a lot. This highlighter, the imprint in the pan looks beautiful. This like flower here. We've got some bedazzled packaging. I don't know. I've never really known all that much about Selena. I've never really had like a massive like connection with her. So I don't feel the draw or the need to go out and support this collection. But I think it's done well. Like, there's a lot in this collection. There's some nice colors in this collection. It's all purple. I love purple. Yeah, I think it's done well. But like I said, I just don't have that. I don't have that connection or that need to support this collection. But I know there's a lot of people that do have that connection, which is fine. And I think they've done a good enough collection for those people to justify buying products. Oh, gosh. Okay. We have some new products from Too Faced, and this is some new additions to the Tutti Frutti family collection. We have a new papaya eyeshadow palette and the strobing bronzer. So yeah, that's it. This is a very pinky toned palette, and we also have this duo strobing bronzer palette. Oh gosh. Yeah, I've never really tried any of these products from the Too Faced Tutti Frutti range. The one palette that I was almost going to pick up, I think, was that purpley toned palette. I don't remember which one it was, but that was probably the only one. I've heard really good things about their like the duo like highlighting blushes that they had. But I don't think that I'm not a big fan of like pink eyeshadows, so I'm not going to pick this eyeshadow palette up, and I think that these two colors would be too dark for my skin tone. So I'm going to give this one a miss. I don't think this is anything unique, this eyeshadow palette. It's kind of giving me a little bit of the Naked 3 palette vibes with these like pinkier tones. So yeah, I don't really need it. And I'm not a big pink eyeshadow wearer either. I don't think there's anything more to this other than Fenty are coming out with skincare. I guess we'll wait and see. But it says we're supposed to have skincare, soap, body, personal care, tools, accessories, perfume, and more. So we're going to be seeing a lot of stuff added to the Fenty range. Yes, my allergies are a bit. I think it might be this room. I think I need to do like a good dust in this room, but I'm planning on relocating my like filming room. So I'm going to give everything a really good clean. I just haven't had a chance to do any of that. I'm still working full time at the moment, so everything's kind of, and it's been crazy. So I think that might be what it is, because it always seems to be when I come in this room. So I think it just needs a really good dust. I have the Razzle Dazzle one. Smells amazing. I haven't touched it in ages. My daughter had the bronzer. She loved it. The first one was the lighter. Yeah. I've heard that the palettes smell really good. Are you in Sydney? I've been super sneezy and allergic this morning. No, I'm in Queensland. And I also like I know it's almost lunchtime now, but I always get like the cold morning air gets me like every morning. But once I like kind of warm up a little bit, it's I'm good to go. Like I'm good to take on the day. Okay, so the next one we have is from Fresh, and this is Rose Deep Hydration Oil Infused Serum. This is interesting. I wish that they would, I don't know whether this, I think that this might be more of like a trend mood thing. There's just not much information about it. I don't know whether it's just that Fresh haven't released any more information, but there's like no information. So this is a deep hydration oil infused serum. That's all we know at the moment. It's supposed to be a balance of hydration and nourishment. It looks like a milky kind of serum, but that's all we know at this point. Okay. We'll just jump on over to indie makeup. But I don't think there's been that much. I think a lot of indie brands are kind of holding their releases at the moment. Touch wood. Okay, it seems not. I think we spoke about that one last week. Okay, this is the new palette from Lewis Cosmetics. This is the Rose Metal palette. This is really pretty. I know I literally just said that I don't wear a lot of pinks, but when they're like this kind of like magenta or like burgundy kind of pink, like when they're more on the purple side of pinks, that's when I like them. And this has a few in there. Do we have swatches? No swatches. Oh, that's annoying. But this looks really pretty, and the packaging looks really pretty as well. Fresh is spendy. If I was cashed up, I'd try. Yeah, they are very expensive. I love pink eyeshadow. Oh my, that's me. I love pink and purples. Yeah, I think for me, because it's more on the like the purple side of pink, it's grabbing me. Let's have a look. I've never heard of this brand before. That's the beauty of Indie Makeup Spotlight, is they kind of open your eyes to new brands. So it's a woman-owned business founded by Lewis MUA, shipping worldwide. Looks like they are a UK brand. Cruelty-free and vegan. Do we have any swatches of this palette? Is that it? Yes. So here are some swatches of the palette. The packaging is pretty too. Yeah, the packaging is very pretty. They've done really well. these few, like the magenta kind of colors, are really pretty. There's definitely some pretty colors in here. These shimmery ones are pretty. I probably wouldn't use this really pink one or this one, this shimmery pink. It's very pretty. I'm kind of, as much as I want to support, yes, wow, actual swatches, Kylie says yes. That's one thing indie brands do well as well, is they provide you with actual swatches, not like photoshopped crap. There's some swatches as well. It looks really pretty. Really, really pretty. Some of these eye looks look really pretty as well that people have created using the palette. Like this one is stunning. Makeup by Cheryl. Oh, girl. That is stunning. Even this one. I like it. I think it's a really nice palette. I am really erring on the side of caution at the moment when it comes to ordering from overseas, just because like of all the uncertainty and the fact that you kind of don't know when you're going to be receiving any of your packages. So I'm kind of erring on the side of caution at the moment when it comes to buying from like overseas. I really want to support small indie brands, but they are usually quite expensive and a bit of a gamble sometimes. Yeah, that's the other thing. You've kind of got to be a little bit careful. And when you're buying from indie brands, I would definitely recommend doing a little bit more research into the brand before you like click checkout, because sometimes you can get burnt a little bit. And sometimes they take a lot longer. I've had some indie brands take up to like 2.5 months before I've received products from them. I've had some bad experience with indie brands, some really good experiences with indie brands. So it's just kind of a little bit touch and go with indie brands. We've already spoken about this highlighter from Kristen Lee. We spoke about that a couple of weeks ago. We have some new glitters from Clarity Cosmetics. So these are pressed glitters. So if you want some pressed glitters in a variety of colors, here you go. They're only $7 each, which is a pretty good price, I think. There's some really pretty colors in here, but like I said, I'm not a big fan of pressed glitters. We have a collaboration between Lunar Skies Cosmetics and Blonde Tacky. So this is the Anime Dreams collection. So it looks like we have an eyeshadow palette and some lashes. I got the Easter bundle from Glaminatrix last week, and they are so amazing, pricey but gorgeous. I love Glaminatrix Cosmetics. They're one of the brands that like I ordered, I think, from them around, I think it was like Christmas, or it might have been their Black Friday sale, not last year, but the year before. And I think it took about 2.5 months to get to me, but it was so worth it. Their shadows are amazing. I absolutely love them. Yeah, they're an Aussie brand. I think they're based in, I think, Gladstone. I think it's Gladstone or Gympie. One of the two. They're based in Queensland. That Easter bundle looked so cute. And yeah, like I said, they're based in Queensland. And she's a single mom. She's like the only person. I think she's just recently hired someone, or she's about to hire an extra person. So she does it all herself. And yeah, she just pumps out the orders. She's been getting a lot of orders lately. So yeah, you can definitely wait a while with indie brands. But I will say one thing about her and her brand, she always keeps you up to date. Like anytime I've ever ordered from her and she's had like a family drama or something like that, she's always emailed her customers saying, look, your order's going to be delayed by another week or something like that. So she's always kept you up to date. And if she Eva is like really over time. She throws like little extra gifts into your packages and whatnot. So I think she's really good. Anyway, back to the Animated Dreams collection. This is a cute palette. I don't really have the draw to it. Like I'm not a massive anime fan. Some of the colors look quite nice. They do look a little bit translucent. Like you can kind of see the skin peeking through in some of these colors. Yeah, I don't feel the draw for this one, and I don't know who Blonde Tacky is. So I don't feel the need to support the collaboration. This is a new chameleon shadow from Beauty Bar Baby. This is called Time Warp. It's like this icy blue color. Looks pretty. That's about it. Oh, these look chunky as hell. These are the new multi-chrome flakies from Bellegant Cosmetics. I would have to say that multi-chrome flakies is one thing that I have never tried. Can't say it's something that I've ever picked up or tried. I know some people swear by flakies and think that they're amazing. They just seem like too much work to me, so I've never picked them up. But some of them do look beautiful. I think these would look really cool in like some more like avant-garde editorial looks. Even in craft, they would look cute. We've already spoken about a few of the colors from Sydney Grace, but they've obviously added a few more colors to their range. I've never tried the lip cream formula from Sydney Grace, but they do look like they will be quite comfortable. And there's some really pretty colors in here. Like these few like colors here, they look really pretty. They're all nudes, so just expanding their nude range in their lip creams. And lastly, we have a new single eyeshadow from Dandelions Co. And that's it. That's all the information we have. Looks like it'll be very pretty, like minty, pastel-y minty color. Looks nice. Never heard of this brand. Never heard of it. Okay. I've tried them on my nails, but not on my eyes. Yeah, that's actually a good point. On your nails, that would look really cool. Okay. Let me just scoot you guys back over here, and I will get to see my full face. So that's all the beauty news for this week. We've been here forever. It's been a long one this week, but that's fine. It distracts me from everything else that I have to do. Massive procrastination. Yeah, that's about it. Now that we're at the end of the live stream, you guys can ask me anything you want. How are you all doing? How are you going with everything that's going on? I know Australia has like ramped up their like lockdowns. So it's like essential stuff only now. At one point they were allowing certain things which were quite weird, but now it seems to be almost, and I'm like at the point where I just don't really watch the news anymore because it's just a little bit too depressing. I kind of just go to work, come home, and that's that. Go to the grocery store if I have to, but other than that, I kind of just stay inside. Yeah, that's me. I am like, I will admit, I'm struggling a little bit. It just feels weird not having like that social interaction. Like the only person that I've seen that's not, I haven't really seen anyone. Like I see my husband. I've like briefly seen my neighbors like over the fence, like way over the fence. And I see my work colleagues. My work colleagues is like my social interaction at the moment. It's driving me mental a little bit. I just like want to go out and have a drink with my friends and get back to life as normal. But it's hard thinking about how long it's going to be before that happens. Yeah. And my work has been insane, like absolutely insane. It's like my stress levels have just gone through the roof with my work. So how are you all doing? I don't know. I know some of you have mentioned to me that you have lost your jobs, which breaks my heart. And just the amount of people that are losing their jobs and not coping. Have I been able to get toilet rolls? Yes, my husband went to 5. I said to my husband the other day, I think we had like 4 rolls of toilet paper left. And I was like, we probably should start thinking about like getting some toilet paper. So one afternoon, I think he finished work early or something. He went to 5 different supermarkets and then finally found some toilet paper. Yeah, so that's the supermarkets around my town are still really low on toilet paper, which is a bit ridiculous. We haven't been grocery shopping for like maybe a fortnight now, so we probably need to go do that, but the shelves are just like empty as anything. But I did get toilet paper, so I won't need to resort to other measures. Thanks for doing these on Sundays, especially at the moment. It's nice to have some normal things still happening. Being home by myself is a bit of a struggle, so having social interaction is great, especially people that love makeup as much as I do. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to, like, I try and am maintaining some level of normalcy for myself as well as you guys, because I know a lot of people are struggling. I'm seeing a lot of people just not losing it, but I just am seeing people struggle. So I'm trying to, like, for myself as well, maintain some level of my normal routine, as well as for you guys maintaining a routine. So I will try and be here as much as I can. I'm going to try and maybe do some more live streams here and there if I can fit it into my schedule. So if you guys have any ideas of what you want to see me doing in a live stream format, let me know. If you want to see any particular videos, like any Q&As or anything like that, I can definitely do that. You just need to let me know what you want to see from me. I will definitely still be doing like my normal content, but if there's anything extra that I can like incorporate as like extra videos for you guys, so you have something else to watch and do, or if you want to see an extra live stream and you have an idea of what you want to see in that live stream, you can definitely let me know and I can try and incorporate that. Even if we did maybe like a Friday night wine time or something like that, we can definitely do that. My work is visiting people at home to help with parenting, so I'm home doing policy. Yeah, that's cool. My work is like trying to figure out how we can work from home, but I think that it is going to be it's just all going to depend on schools. So we might have to do like reduced work, which is just going to make the rest of us that have to work really stressed, because if they close schools, a lot of my work colleagues have children that they're probably going to have to stay home and like essentially be a teacher for. It's hard. Like, and I think the uncertainty is what's making a lot of people struggle the most. Like the whole idea of like, we don't know how long we're going to be in isolation for. And I think at least if we can have a date, and I know that it's something that they can't do, I think at least if people had a date that they could, like they can essentially see like the end, like they can be like, the end is near, like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I only have to do this for like another 2 weeks or whatever. I think that would definitely perk people up. But it's hard. It's definitely hard. And I definitely know a lot of people are struggling. I haven't had bog roll for more than a month, middle of Sydney. Oh, I've heard Sydney is insane. It's hard everywhere. Like, yeah, I've heard Sydney is just, people are insane. Not that people in Sydney are insane, but I just know that, like, because there's a more of a dense population in Sydney, that and more people panic buying, that you would definitely be low on everything. Toilet paper and many other items are still scarce here too. Yeah, I'm the same. Like, like we went to the supermarket and I had to basically buy things that I've never brought before because there wasn't pasta and there wasn't like frozen meals and different things like that, like normal things that you are so used to being there and like buying on a regular basis, like for lunches or different things like that, they just weren't there. So it's like you have to adapt in that way as well. I'd love to see an Aussie indie brand focus. I want to try support local as much as I can while people are doing it tough. Fill up your car while petrol is cheap if you have to travel. I heard that they may close servos to stop people traveling over Easter. Wow. Yeah, I filled up my car. I think it was like a week ago, and I don't drive my car like very far, so a tank of petrol for me lasts quite a while. And yeah, petrol is getting, I think petrol is the cheapest I have seen it. Like I think last time it was, I think in my town at the moment, it's like 80 cents or 90 cents. I think the last time it was that price was like when I was in high school. I don't remember the last time I paid that much for petrol. What else was I going to say? Yeah, I'm going to try and maybe we might try and like do a stock up before Easter, because I think that over Easter people might not follow the rules as much as they should, especially if they're planning on going away. I think people might kind of just like flip the bird and just do what they want. So that's the other thing. I'm kind of happy to see, as much as it's not the police's job, it's good to see that they're enforcing the rules, and like it's law now to do certain things in Australia. Like it's a law to like do the social distancing and for businesses to do certain things, and it's good to see police enforcing that. And hopefully when people see that the police are enforcing that, they will start taking the rules a little bit more seriously. Oh, Carolyn, you're breaking my heart. You're so kind. I have some, if you want me to post, I'm happy to share as I'm stocked up. People usually go crazy with shopping over Easter anyway. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I might just stock up. That's another thing. I didn't realize Easter was next weekend. My like work does a weekly roster of like where everyone is, and the roster came out and was like public holiday on Friday, and I was like, why? And it said Good Friday, and I was like, is Easter already? It just seems to be, this year is going so quickly. We're in April already. And I think a lot of people would wish that the year would go even quicker. 2020, like everyone was gearing up for 2020 to be like the best year yet, and it has definitely hit the world in another way. I plan on ransacking the office when I go in tomorrow for a check-in. It's very nice of you. Okay. We changed time overnight here in Sydney last night too, so we gained an extra hour. Oh gosh. Is it daylight savings already? Wait, you're going back, aren't you? You're going back to normal time? I say that because I live in Queensland and we're on normal time. A lot of people didn't realise Easter eggs were half price this week at Woolies. This week because they haven't been selling. I have been buying Easter eggs. I need to go get some if they're half price. I have been not panic buying, but when everyone was panic buying toilet paper, I was panic buying caramel Easter eggs. Those things are like the devil's food. Caramel Easter eggs. If you have not tried caramel Easter eggs, you need to get on it. They are amazing, life-changing. Actually, anything caramel, and that's caramel. Anything caramel will change your life. And I'm weird. I think that chocolate tastes better in Easter egg form, like hollowed out Easter egg form. I just think that chocolate tastes better. I just think that Cadbury's has like done something weird to their normal chocolate formula and changed it up. I just think that the chocolate tastes better when it's in a hollow Easter egg form. I'm well stocked in chocolate at the moment too. Yeah, everyone's going to be like comfort eating. I was actually surprised that there was stock in the candy aisle when I went to Woolworths. End of daylight savings. Yeah, that's what, because we're coming into winter. Gosh, winter's going to be horrible this year. I feel the cold so easily. So the winter's going to be horrible. I need to head off, guys. I need to do my weekly hair wash. Have fun with that, Kylie. I should probably head off now too, everyone, because we have been chatting for over 2 hours and it is, yeah, almost lunchtime. So I need to actually go and do something productive. Not that this isn't productive, but I need to go and wash my work clothes, do some filming. So I'm going to head off and I will talk to you guys next week. Like I said, 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. I will be here talking about new beauty releases. And if throughout the week I think of something fun that we can do maybe on Friday night or something like that, I will post like a schedule thing on your feeds. So if you see that, then hit the reminder and maybe we can do like a wine time hangout or something like that. Maybe I can convince my husband to jump on in and we can play a game or something like that. So I will keep you posted about that. If I decide to do that, I'll post something on my community tab as well as on my Instagram. And that way you guys know what's happening. But if that doesn't happen this week, then I will definitely see you guys on Sunday. I hope you have a fantastic week, as fantastic as you can make it. Don't be scared to reach out and talk to those people. Tell them that you're struggling. It's fine to say that you're struggling at this time because we are all struggling in some way. If you need to chat at all, you can DM me on Instagram. And yeah, have a fantastic week. Stay safe. Stay inside. Wash your hands. Please look after yourself. And I will see you in next week's live stream. If you're still here, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. If you're new, then click the subscribe button. And I'll see you next week, guys. Goodbye, everyone.